never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Fine.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today's video is going to be short, simple, and sweet. Didn't talk about it yesterday because I know that the Super Bowl has such a long halftime show, and a lot of people have to work early on Monday morning, especially on the East Coast, and a lot of people on the nights they work, they're in the bed by 9:30, 9:45. I think I heard last week that the average bedtime now is 10:06 p.m. And if you factor in all the people that work second shift, or all the young folks that think staying up half the night or all night is a cool thing, you know, that brings the average down. So for the average to be 10:06 p.m., that tells you that there are a lot of people in the world that are in the bed by 9 o'clock, 9:30 every night. So I want to give all those that watch the game the next day or the next morning a chance to watch it. So that's why I didn't talk about it yesterday, but congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs of their 4 Super Bowl appearances and now 3 wins. This was by far their worst team, but they did what you have to do and find ways to win. The only touchdown they got in regulation was when the 49ers fumbled on a punt return. It actually bounced off the leg of one of the Niners up men, and the Chiefs recovered it on about the 12-yard line and scored on the very next play. That was the only touchdown they got in regulation. Outside of that, they got 4 field goals. We went to overtime, 19-19. But the most important thing is they found a way to win. And of course, as I said a few weeks back, the playoffs just go to show how stupid people are. And I mentioned this yesterday on social media somewhere, that if we had social media back in the 80s, it would have destroyed wrestling, baseball, basketball, football, NASCAR. Every entertainment sport there is would have been dead back in the 80s if we had social media, because it just goes to show how stupid people are. And the more you read this stuff, the more you shake your head and say, man, people are absolutely ignorant. And if it was not for me being a referee for wrestling, I would get off social media, because people are absolutely idiots. They tried to say that the Super Bowl logo revealed who was going to play in the big game. So, of course, it was going to be the Ravens and the Niners. And then when the Ravens lose, and it debunks that whole entire made-up controversy conspiracy, all of a sudden, well, now it's rigged because the Chiefs won it. It can't be rigged for the Ravens and the Niners and then all of a sudden it's rigged for the Chiefs. If something is rigged, it's rigged for one team, not every team. And you also had somebody else saying that the NFL was rigging it for the 49ers because they don't want Mahomes to catch Tom Brady with the most big game rings because of how much the NFL loves Tom Brady. So you got some saying if the Chiefs win it, it's rigged. Then you got some saying the Niners win it, it's rigged. That just shows you how stupid people are. Somebody has to win the game. It can't be, well, if they win it, it's rigged. 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 Somebody has to win the game. It's not rigged. People are absolutely just completely ignorant. I heard last week that 77% of people admit that they watch the big game just for the get-togethers, just for the conversation, just for the food, just for the snacks, which tells you you can take the two worst teams in the NFL and put them in the game, and people are going to watch it. So in knowing that, why would there be a point to rig it? No matter who's in the game, people are going to watch it. But not only that, you think about how many people now are writing these tell-all books, where they're writing these books about something that happened and nobody knows about it. Or you know something, but you don't know this part. You don't know it all. With all these players that play the game, not just in football, but baseball, basketball, all sports that play, and they all say you play for one reason, and that's to win rings or win trophies, whatever the sport is. So knowing that, if all these players were playing just to say, hey, I'm the best, if it was rigged, why wouldn't one of them write a book about how when they played, they were told to rig this up for this team? You know what hasn't happened? Because it's not rigged. People are just absolutely idiots. I don't think people could be more stupid if they tried. I just don't understand how folks can be that stupid. And I think with the Chiefs, the majority of it is when they traded Tyreek Hill, everybody tried to say that that was the end of Mahomes. He couldn't win without Tyreek. That's the end of the Chiefs dynasty. And there was times this year where it looked like that was true. But now we see it's not. But people don't want to admit they're wrong. So instead of coming out and saying, well, I was wrong, Mahomes can win without Hill, it's, well, he won because it's rigged. Because people don't want to admit they're wrong, so they need something to fall back on. And instead of saying they're wrong, they fall back on, well, it's rigged. People are just stupid. Don't believe that crap. If anybody says that, don't talk to them. They're absolutely idiots. But congratulations again to the Kansas City Chiefs. It is Mahomes' third ring already, and he's still fairly young. So if the Chiefs can keep this up, there's a chance he might catch Tom Brady in Super Bowl rings. I think it all depends on how long they keep the core of this team and the coaching staff together. It's obvious now that this team and this staff can win together no matter who they have on the team, as long as they have Mahomes. But we know that the team and the coaching staff can't stay together forever. But as long as this team is together with this coaching staff, they're going to win. I did see something very, very funny on social media yesterday, and I agreed with it 100%. It said Taylor Swift could sing at my funeral, and I'd still get up and walk out. And I thought that was absolutely hysterical. But I want to tell a funny story real quick about the Super Bowl. Not about the game. It was about the get-together. We were watching it at our pastor's house Sunday night. And his daughter wants to cut her hair. And she told me to do a YouTube video about her cutting her hair. And I said, well, Emily, not everybody knows who you are. They're not going to come on the channel and comment about liking your hair long or short when they have no idea who you are. And she said she wanted me to do a video about her having long hair or short hair. So if you know Emily and you want to comment, please feel free to comment about whether or not she needs to keep her long hair or get short hair. We were also watching the game, speaking of Emily, and of course Justin Bieber is there because it's big game. All the celebrities are there. But apparently, according to her, Usher and Justin Bieber recorded a song together. But she said if Justin Bieber walks out on stage to sing with Usher, she's going to fall over dead. So I told her that I hope Justin Bieber sings, and if he does, she better fall over dead, because if not, she lied to me. She said she was going to fall over dead. But unfortunately, we'll never know now, because Justin Bieber sucks. So he didn't walk out on stage and sing with Usher. Any thoughts on the game or the halftime show? Please feel free to let me know. People always, every year, either love the halftime show or they hate it. It all depends on who sings. If it's an artist that you don't like, automatically the halftime show sucks. If it's an artist you do like, automatically the halftime show is awesome. People never look at, what all you do on stage. It's whether or not they like your music. If they don't, it sucks. If they do, it's great. I thought the halftime show was decent, but I'm not a big Usher fan. I actually had to ask somebody Sunday night, can you name me a few songs Usher sings? Because I didn't know. Usher's just not my thing. But let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. My wife now works around hives and honeybees. She's a keeper. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.